The scooters first started in September of last year. They first were dropped in Santa Monica, and then in November, they were dropped in Venice. Some of the challenges and dangers that the scooters are posing, for one, it's mainly the safety. Scooters are zipping up and down the sidewalks. They don't adhere to bike safety laws, so they're not stopping at stop signs. They're not in the bike lane. They're just like in the street. They're going the wrong way on one-way streets. And then parents who think it's cool to put their young children on them by sliding their driver's license for them. So then you have underage kids that are using it, and they do go pretty fast and they lose control. And so it just becomes a really big safety problem.
I've known many people that have been hurt and out of work for months, people that have been hit by cars or just no brakes on them or they're not being maintained. And some of them are finding that by signing that liability waiver, the companies are just throwing their hands in the air.
I actually rode them yesterday for the first time, and it was like really fun. So I had to bring my boyfriend to do it with me.
They go pretty fast, faster than what I thought, yeah, and it's cheap too.
The only thing is I fell yesterday. I have a big bump, but besides that, I think they're like super fun. You get like wherever you're going so much faster. So yeah, they're really cool.
I think it's a great idea. I think that people that came up with that concept were way ahead of their time. But it's not managed properly. When they say you could park anywhere, some of these people take it literally. They'll park in your front yard. They'll park in the middle of the street. They just dump it everywhere.
They're blocking driveways. They're blocking ADA ramps. When people are trying to park, there's scooters that are just piled in the street, knocked over. Cars have been vandalized because people leave their scooters, they fall over, and they've broken windows.
My very first day here, we rented a car, and within 3 hours, a bird fell over and took out the mirror on the rental.
I don't like them on the bike path, obviously, like anybody else. I don't like them going up and down the sidewalks, and I don't like them on private property.
I have ridden on a couple sidewalks, I would say, probably through grass, some sand.
Yesterday I did a lot of walking and hurt my knee, so I figured I'd give the scooter a try, and it's been great. I think there's more pros than cons. People have to adjust and get used to it. There's a lot of benefits.
I choose to ride a scooter to work for many different reasons. Primarily the convenience of it, because we live and work in the beach community. Parking is an issue around here. Riding a scooter puts me in a better mood because I'm not dealing with traffic, I'm not dealing with angry drivers. It's just a much better way to arrive and start your day.
Originally they were parking them, like 100 of them in front of the store, and that went on until we had to fight that.
The responsibility absolutely falls on the companies. They put these things out on the street without any sort of introduction or safety or these are the best practices, and they kind of just let it just go. And then when people started complaining, then they're trying to backpedal and say, okay, maybe we need to have more safety regulations. There's definitely resources that could be used for other things, other city resources that are now being used to enforce or mandate laws surrounding the scooters. Some of the pushback from the community, I'll give you just some specific examples. So throwing the scooters into the canals, throwing them over the pier, the Venice Pier, into the ocean, clipping the brake cord, so that now there's no brakes. Pretty much just making them inoperable. I don't think that they necessarily want them all to be removed. There's just too many of them.
I think we're comfortable with the amount of scooters that we have on the road right now. I definitely don't think they should take them away.
I'm actually an Uber driver, but I think this is a lot better.
I would like for them to rectify what the problem is, not destroy the concept.
They seem to have gotten a little better on this street, so kind of hopeful. I don't know what's going to go on. I know they're regulated now.
Just take what you've got and rectify it by being safety conscious in the community.
And I feel like they are starting to do things to address these issues, especially in Santa Monica, but they need to do a lot more.
I think it's a great thing that we have something like this available for people who are commuters.
Anything to reduce your carbon footprint, less cars is good.
It's 2018. It's the time where we should start looking at other means of transportation, and I thought this was great. Just needs to be tightened.